All right. Let's start with the start bench cut. What you got?
Hmm. For the first one, we gonna do Dirk, KG, or Chris Webber.
Chris Webber start. That's all prime, right?
Yep, all prime.
All prime. Start KG. I'll bench Dirk and I'll cut Chris Webber.
I'm starting
KG's two way
KG.
is dummy crazy.
Yeah.
Dirk,
Mm-hmm.
his offense, best shooting big man in the league. Chris Webber, Chris Webber, definitely good offensive player, good of a defense player. But I didn't watch him that much. So it's like it's kind of hard for me to say. But he obviously I know he was a good player. Like I'm not dumb. But KG, like his two-way ability, it's different.
Yeah, I was gonna say KG starting for sure. We seen what he did when he was with the Timberwolves and how elite
Mhm.
he was. I think if you got Chris Bosh, I mean not Chris Bosh, KG. That's that. Imagine if he didn't go to Boston, what type of player he would have been.
He'd still be a good
But
player. He just
yeah,
wouldn't have won.
he probably would have been great. Shit, because he can shoot. He got a post game. He do everything. But then I'm benching Chris Webber and I'm cutting Dirk. Cause like Dirk, yeah, he's the best shooting big about well, according to Carl Anthony Towns, he's the best shooting big ever. But Dirk, one of the greatest shooters that we've seen in our league. I'm cutting him because Chris Webber's all is more all around. Like I like guys that can do everything. I like guys that can give me boards, push on transition, pass the ball if I need to. Because I feel like that makes the offense, more potent. You got a lot of guys that can do everything. You can, it don't matter who has the ball in their hands, it's gonna generate a bucket. So yeah, I'm cutting dirt.
Hey man, Dirk had one of the greatest playoff runs ever.
Yeah, he did. He beat that
I
Miami
still
Heat
think it's
team.
number one.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think whatever playoff run, if somebody can name me a playoff run off the top of their head, it's kind of hard to match it with what Dirk had to go through.
only
Man beat
one
the
I could.
Blazers. He
Yeah.
swept Kobe and I don't care what nobody say. Everybody had the Lakers beating the Mavericks. I don't care what nobody say.
Hmm.
Then he sweeps obviously the Thunder. They were a young team, but they still had KD, Westbrook, and Harden. And then he beats the gauntlet of freaking the big three Heat. Like
The
that
only
is a
ones I
gauntlet he went through.
only ones I could think of that was really, but they didn't win though. But that was a impressive playoff run. Was that Sixers, AI when AI made it to the finals? That was impressive. It's just they didn't win. But I can't really think of one off the top of my head that actually won. Cause AI dragging that team to the playoffs, bro, that was amazing, bro. He had, he had Eric Snow. Most of the people that's gonna see this don't even know who Eric Snow is. They're gonna have to Google him.
He had the Kimbe.
He was old.
Was though.
So it's like you dragging that team to the playoffs. That's pretty impressive to me. He had a bunch of vet minimums on his team. It would have been if he had some better players, he probably could have won. They stole the game.
Yeah, they did still one game against the Lakers.
They could have won. They could have won. I think they could have won two. I forgot which game it was. So they could have won two. And if he would have had better players, who knows? Who knows? But for the next one, I got T Mac, KD, or Melo. Carmelo Anthony.
I know who you're talking
Now, just for everybody else.
about. Start KD. I'll bench T Mac and I'll cut Melo. Kevin Durant is one of the greatest scorers ever. He has gotten better on the defense, man. I'll give him his credit. But he's the most efficient scorer ever. T Mac, He's probably the most athletic out of all these guys, and obviously he is a good scorer. Melo, Melo is like he's a great offensive player too. I think he didn't really try on defense. He probably could have been a decent defender if he tried to an extent, but I think T Mac athletic ability and like him scoring is just better than Melo. Not his scoring, but like the overall of it is better than Melo, like just scoring. But KD is just so great and efficient. It's like you got to start him.
Well, I'm cutting Melo too. Like they all three of these are hell of a scorers. And Melo, you can argue Melo is one of the top 10 scorers of all time.
Yeah,
Um, but I gotta cut him. I gotta go with, cause like you said, it's the defense. And then the people forget Melo was athletic, but he wasn't more athletic than T Mac. So I'm gonna start T Mac, and I'm gonna bench KD. I'm starting T Mac because of that athleticism. Like he's one of those generational athletes. And then just seeing what he did in Houston, like that Houston team should have made noise in the playoffs for him and Yao. But neither one of them can stay healthy. And then I'm benching KD. KD, you can argue KD is one of the is the best scorer of all time. But it's like, yeah, his all around game, he's gotten better defensively. But I like the guys that are athletic, like I said, that can do everything. And T Mac is one of them guys. And I think he's a better defender, barring injuries, than Kevin Durant. And then people forget T Mac is like a legit 6'9". Like he tall as hell.
yeah, he's 6'8", 6'9". But Kevin Durant 7 foot.
Yeah, but T Mac like 6'9" with a 40-inch vertical.
Hey man,
Like you see him flying through the lane, you moving, you ain't trying to jump with that. KD, I see KD going well. Not me because I'm only 5'6", so 5'7" on a good day. But KD, I feel like people will jump at KD. You ain't jumping at T Mac. And then T Mac handle was just so nasty. Like Kevin Durant got a nasty handle too. Don't get me wrong, but T Mac was just different, bro. It made because of athleticism.
you gotta go watch him back when he was on the Magic.
Yeah,
He's really good.
boy.
He's
Him
out
and
here
Vince
getting
Carter when they was
28
on
and
the
32.
Raptors. Him and Vince Carter on the Raptors. Oh my god! And that's when he was young.
Nah, he was okay. He wasn't really doing nothing back then.
No,
It
because he
was
had
really
Vince
with the
Carter.
Magic. It was really with the Magic. That's when he was like amazing. And then when Houston, he was good. Just stayed hurt, like you said. They were injured. Like they, I remember when they played against the Lakers. They took that team to 7, but I think T Mac was hurt and Yao missed some games. Maybe they probably could have beaten the Lakers. Who knows? But
So I got one more for you. I got Kyrie,
okay,
AI,
okay.
or Steph.
Starting Steph off back. Who do I bench? I'm gonna just go with because I've seen Kyrie, so I'm gonna bench Kyrie and cut AI.
Okay, yeah.
Steph is the best point guard ever, the best shooting guard ever. Not shooting guard, but the best shooting like guard. Kyrie, obviously, I've seen Kyrie more. Kyrie has been really good, damn near you could say great. AI, I've seen AI too. He was great too, but just because I just seen Kyrie more, I will bench him.
This
Nothing
one
against
was
AI. AI was amazing.
this one was hard for me
Was it really?
because
Was it
yeah,
really?
because Steph. Well, of course, I'm not cutting Steph. Steph is the greatest shooter of all time, so I'm not cutting him. It was hard because am I gonna cut AI or Kyrie? And like AI was amazing. He was so quick. I was watching the Gilbert Arenas podcast, and they were saying how literally the refs banned his crossover that he hit Mike with, and then reinstalled it the day after he retired, bro. That is crazy. You hate that man so much. Y'all took his one go-to move. Not one, but y'all took his go-to move out the time out the rules and barred it against him. Like that's crazy. But I'm gonna have to go Kyrie. I'm gonna have to cut AI. I'm sorry. But I'm starting Kyrie and I'm bitching stuff.
I am not shocked at all. That's why I was like, was it really hard? Like you
Yeah,
want
because
to
I didn't
do
know
all
if
these
because bro,
dramatics. It wasn't hard, bro. At least for you.
AI is amazing. And it's like it's hard to cut AI because AI is unguardable too. He's so quick and so fast, and then he'll dunk on you like that. He can shoot the midi, so you gotta respect his jump shot, and he can hit a three. So you gotta it's man, it's hard. That was hard
I
for
knew he
me
was
at
gonna
least.
start Kyrie, so that's not shocking. I'm not shocked that you benched Steph. That's not shocking to me. Like
You can't cut Steph, bro. You can't. He's the greatest shooter. You can't cut the greatest shooter of all time.
it says,
Matter
it
of fact,
says you got another one.
yeah, I got one more.
All right, go ahead.
Rondo, Steve Nash, or John Stockton.
Uh, I'll probably start Steve Nash, bench John Stockton, cut Rondo, and it's only Rondo because his offense. His
His
offense just
offense.
wasn't good. The offense wasn't good. Steve Nash, I think he was a better shooter than John Stockton. Passing wise, I mean, you can argue all three of them are amazing. If we're being honest.
Hmm.
So I think Steve Nash is just a better offensive player than John Stockton. And obviously, I didn't watch John Stockton back then either, but I just know John Stockton is definitely one of the best point guards and facilitators ever. He clears everybody on assists. That's a record nobody will ever break. I'm just gonna be honest. I think nobody will ever break that. And Rondo, his offense is not. It wasn't good. His shooting, like it just wasn't good. Like there's nothing against that, but good defender, great, good rebounder for a guard, and a great passer. But his offense just wasn't good.
Uh, I'm cutting Steve Nash. I'm starting. Oh shit! I'm starting Rondo, and I'm benching John Stockton. Uh, I know you said the offense doesn't move you. That's why you cut him. I mean, but Rondo can still. It's not like he was a 6 point per game scorer. I
Damn
mean,
near was.
Rondo. I mean, but he didn't really have to on that Boston team. You got three other elite scorers in KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. So I mean, you don't really got to do much, especially back then when there weren't that many threes being taken, and you had to get all your points basically, the tough way. Um, but Rondo can still give me about. I feel like if Rondo was in this era in his prime, he can give you about 12 points per game because he'd be shooting more threes. But it's the defense and the rebound. It's everything else he does for me. It's the intangibles. Steve Nash was just more so offensive oriented. Like he's a liability on defense. So that's why he got to get cut. John Stockton, he was scrappy. And he played D, and yes, he is the all-time assist leader. But I feel like if I put both of them in a cage together, who gonna come out on top? I think Rondo gonna come out on top. Um, so yeah, I'm picking Rondo. I'm starting Rondo, and I'm benching John Stockton.
But you said that it depends on the team. If you need Rondo to do something, is he gonna do it?
I think he can. Yeah, we
So if I need
forgetting that
So if Rondo is like your second best player, third, can you count on
if
him to
he's
give
my
you like assisting 16 points?
is he if he's my third option, I'm cool with that. If he's my second option, that's a problem. But I'm cool with him being my third option. Like we forget what he did to the Lakers when he was in that final series. He was hitting pull up jumpers. You know what
Oh,
I
you
mean?
talking
So
about in the
it's
bubble? You talking about in the bubble?
no.
Oh,
When he
you
was
talking
against
about
the Celtics,
in the finals? I got you. I
yeah,
got you.
in the finals against the Celtics. I can't remember what year
I
it
got
was
you.
off the top of my head or what game,
What was it?
but
08? You talking about the 08 finals?
yeah, I think it's the year they won.
Yeah, so
No.
it's 08 then. They won in 08.
They faced the Lakers twice in the finals, didn't they?
They
And they
faced them in
lost to
08
them.
and 2010.
I want
2010
to
they
say it was
lost.
20. Yeah, I want to say it was the 2010 one. I can't remember off the
2010.
top of my head, but I remember watching that game, and I remember Rondo hitting pull up jumper after pull up jumper after pull up jumper. So he got it in his game. It's just that he didn't have to pull it out and use it. I mean, if you think about it, John Stockton wasn't really no scorer either.
No, he wasn't. But he was giving you
And
more than Rondo.
yeah, scoring wise, but I feel like
Yeah, that's what
Rondo
I'm
produces.
saying.
I feel like Rondo produces more than him all around. Like, yeah, John Stockton gonna get you 10 plus assists and probably 10 points, but Rondo, he'll get you 6 points,
John Stockton
13
was giving me
rebounds.
17. Rondo ain't sniffed 17. He damn near can't even sniff 15.
Yeah, but Rondo affects the game in more ways than John Stockton.
Yeah,
Like I
I
said,
get you
Rondo
there.
can get you 6, 12 rebounds, 15 assists,
He ain't
6
giving you 12
steals.
every day. I know that for sure. But the rebounds, yes, he clears them
No,
with
I'm not.
rebounds.
Yeah, I'm not talking about every game, but I'm talking about he can have spurts like that,
He's
or
he's gonna
he
definitely
can
give me
string games like that.
he's gonna give me 5 or 6 boards. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Ain't nothing wrong with
Rondo can affect the game in a lot of more ways than John Stockton can. So that's why I'm picking starting him. Like, yeah, that offense, he might not get you 17 points per game, but he's gonna do everything else that's gonna make the game easier for your team and to get the win. So
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Steph Curry signed a 1-year, $62 million extension with the Golden State Warriors.
ooh, well, what them taxes looking like? Boy, he probably
I ain't
gonna
gonna
make
lie, it probably be like
20
just
something.
no, I don't think it's gonna be that.
They didn't even take half that.
It probably be like it might be high. It might be high 20s.
Yeah, like I probably say around like
Or
27
like
to 29.
probably not 30. But it probably be like 20 something.
Yeah, it's gonna be between like 27 to 29, bro. Cause he what Golden he ain't not
In
Golden State,
California.
California. Motherfucking them taxes out there is crazy.
No, you're not lying. Because the more money you make, the more taxes they take out. It probably be like 20 something. It probably be
Yeah.
like 20 something. Because
Hey,
I
so
what was it
do you think he
Jalen
gonna leave
Brown?
now?
I never thought he
Because
was
if
gonna
he's
leave.
I'm saying, because how many years he got left on his contract now?
Well, now it says he's guaranteed 178 for the next 3 years.
For the next 3 years.
He's
So
not.
you think he either gonna retire or like
He's
by
gonna
that
retire.
third year he's gonna be like, you know what,
He's
I can
he's
still
gonna
play, but I don't want to play for a championship team.
he's gonna retire, bro. He's gonna retire, Warrior.
Because how old is he now? What, 33,
I
34,
wish.
something like
No, he's like 36.
he he 36, so he'll be what, damn
He's
near
the same age
40.
as KD.
So he'll be 40 by the end.
He'll be like 39.
Man.
He's gonna retire a Warrior. Like he's been there forever. He wanted, but I mean, he's already accomplished everything. He doesn't need to do nothing else. If he wins
No, he
another
don't.
MVP, that's just another great thing on his resume. If he wins another championship, he just moves himself up in the all-time ranks and probably a GOAT debate or something. But he really don't need to do nothing else. He has everything. He has 2 MVPs, 4 rings, a Finals MVP, 2 MVP. He has all that. He's good. He don't need to do nothing no more.
Hey, why do you think Steph don't get put in the GOAT conversation? Because if you look at his resume, he has a really good resume.
I think he's just not better than all them other players that's being like the GOAT conversation. He's not better than LeBron. He's not better than MJ. He's just not better than them, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just not better than them. It's like the same thing with like Kobe. Kobe is great. It's just he's just not better. It's just nothing against that. He's just not better. If you put Kobe in like number 4, like number 3 or number 4, I'm cool. Or even like in your top 5, there's nothing wrong with that. But he's just not in the GOAT debate. He's just not better than them. There's nothing wrong with that. Like he's not better than MJ. He's not better than LeBron. If somebody say he's better than Magic, because people already say he's the best Laker ever, and I'm not going to argue that. Like, I mean, if you think that, you think that, but he's just not better than those two. Like, they are the only two that's in the GOAT debate. They are the only two. People add Kobe because they just love Kobe. They just love it. And there's nothing wrong with that, but he's not in the GOAT debate. He's just not. Nothing against him. I mean, he's definitely top 10 because I got him in my top 10. Just not up there with GOAT. Nope.
Oh,
I
Curry.
don't even think I got him in like number. I think I got him in like 6 or something, 7.
Ooh.
Something like that.
It depends on the criteria because I feel like everybody's criteria is different, bro.
Yeah, everybody got different criteria. Like everybody got Bill Russell as the best, and I don't agree, but hey, that's up to you. If you got Bill Russell the best, if you got Kareem the best, I'm not. Hey, that's on you. That's your criteria. It just can't be. Nothing stupid. In my opinion, it just can't be nothing dumb. Like I said, I think I told this to Aaron. If you go look at it, Tim Duncan's resume is probably better than Kobe Bryant's, if we're being honest.
Yeah, Timmy was a beast.
If you go look at his resume, it's probably better than Kobe's. But Kobe is just, he's a guard, and a lot of people want to be like a guard. Nobody really comes out and be like, oh, I want to be Tim Duncan. No, nobody does that. Everybody wants to be like a guard or like a forward or something. And Kobe had the mama mentality, and everybody loves to use the mama mentality. Nothing against that, but everybody loves. They just love Kobe, bro. And I think that's why they got him up so high. But LeBron is definitely either 1 or 2, depending on to whoever. It just depends. Great player, though. When he passed away, I cried. I didn't, I cried.
Yeah, Kobe wasn't even my favorite player, dude. I'm like,
he wasn't my favorite player either.
I'm like, why am I getting emotional over Kobe, Jay? But that definitely did hit hard. It definitely hit hard.
I mean, I feel it's because, at least for me, D was one of the players I grew up watching. I always say I grew up watching LeBron. I grew up watching Melo, D Wade, Chris Paul, Kobe. Like those were the guys that I grew up watching. And seeing them pass away like that it's hard and it sucks and it's sad. Like that's why, because those are one of the players I grew up watching. Yes, he was not my favorite player, but that's one of the. He's a pioneer for us. I think for this in our generation, he's a pioneer. That's the guy we was watching. And I can say I didn't watch Kobe when he was 8. I just didn't. I wasn't watching basketball back then. At least not nowhere near how I am now. I didn't watch 8. I watched 24. And to see it happen, it's sad and it sucks. So, yeah. But, I mean, like I said, Steph, he gonna be there. And I know it was them rumors talking about, Steph might, go to the Lakers. Man, he ain't going there, bro.
Hey, that'd be nasty. Him and Bron. Oh my God. Him, Bron, and AD, that would be nasty.
Man, that team would have been, them other players would have been trash, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, but how you gonna stop Bron and Steph? Because and then a pick and roll with them is gonna be deadly. Because they're gonna have Steph set the screen, or you could do it vice versa. Have Bron set the screen, and then Bron roll, or have Steph set the screen and Steph pop. Bro, that's gonna be so hard to stop. And then you still got AD. Only thing that would stop them is health, bro. That's the only thing. Because I wouldn't see no team beating that. How you gonna beat that? Because if Bron turned into how Kobe was once, you know what I'm saying, and put himself in the post, bro, he could play. He probably would get fouled more, but at least you know where them fouls are coming from, and you know what type of fouls you're gonna get. But LeBron in the post can easily play till he's 42, 43.
Are you talking about the play to 42?
Yeah, if he just revolves his game around like the post game and stuff like that, because it's gonna be less wear and tear of him driving to the basket. He gonna be down in the post and he gonna be closer to the basket. And then you got Steph popping threes, and then AD at the mid, bro. That's gonna be hard to stop.
I think we'll see 2 more years of Bron, and that's it.
Al right now. So he's
This
what,
year and
40,
next
right?
year, I think that's it, bro.
You don't
I
think
think
he's gonna
that's
stay
it.
one more to play with Bryce?
I don't think so. Because
I think Bron got
what if
2 more.
Bryce gets drafted somewhere else? What he gonna do?
It's gonna be the same, bro. He's gonna get drafted to the Lakers. They're gonna do the
Oh, you
same
think
thing they
so?
did for Bronny. They're gonna do the same thing they did for Bronny, bro. Same
No.
thing. If he go undrafted, then they
Oh
gonna
well,
we not
yeah.
playing for
If he
you.
goes undrafted, but I don't know what Bryce is gonna be in the next 2 years. He might. I don't know. He might be amazing. I don't know. So what if he's drafted high? Then what? That's what I'm just saying. I don't. I really don't know. So nah. I did see. It was some months ago though. It was talking about how what we in 24. So I guess is it next year or is it the year out of one of them years? You know, the All-Star game is in LA. So, that might be the year All-Star game and all that good stuff,
That'd be his farewell year.
farewell tour. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, though. I think Bron is he's still amazing at basically 40. Yeah, I think we see 2 more years. That's it. I never thought he was gonna leave the Lakers though. Never thought the Lakers would trade him either. Did you see that report though? How
Yeah, I don't think they ever do that.
how they said Rich Paul stopped them from making that trade because they didn't want Bron to basically get the image of basically going to another team or whatever. He definitely would have got some slack. They would have talked about it though. They definitely would have did it.
For sure. They gonna
I don't think it would.
LeBron
It's not.
dream
It wouldn't have been as
chasing.
bad though because he's 40.
Nah, G. I think it would have been worse than what he went to Miami. Because they
That
gonna
was bad.
he's ring chasing again, and bro, it's gonna
That
be
was bad.
terrible.
You think it
He's
would have been
teaming up with the
worse?
greatest shooter of all time. Yeah, he's teaming up with the greatest shooter of all time, and bro, they would have dog walked that man until he retired, Jay. If they didn't win it,
So prime
they
look
would have had to
so
win it.
40-year-old Bron is good. They're gonna talk about him worse than a prime Bron. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
think they will.
I don't know if they would have. I don't think it would have been as bad as that because that was bad. That was terrible. I mean, 2 old guys teaming up ain't that bad. 2 old guys teaming up.
No, it's bad because both of them is still top 10 players in the NBA. That's why it's bad. And then
Nah,
it's LeBron James and Steph Curry.
no, I don't think it would have been that bad.